In this demo, we'll give you an overview of how you can interact with your citizens using the Citizenserve online portal. This is a sample portal for the City of Gotham, and I'll show you how it works in this example setup. The main page here, you can put whatever text you want. So it's kind of your directory or your city department information. You can put text in here, images, links to other information, generally anything you'd like to put in here. The options on the side allow your citizens or contractors to access different components or functions that you offer. You offer development applications or planning and zoning applications, permitting, licensing, code enforcement, and request tracking. These options are configurable, so if you're not using request tracking, they won't see this option. And you can also name them other options if you want. So if you want licensing to say business licensing, you can change that as well. The options over here let you see various information. You can provide reports to the public, which I'll show you in a little bit. They can access their account and contact us information. I'll start by just showing you a simple use in the portal of submitting a code enforcement complaint. So I'll come here and select code enforcement. And then once we do that, you see the departmental page. So the code enforcement section, they can have their own page with whatever links they like or text or information along those lines. I'll go ahead and submit a complaint. And the first thing it asks me to do is to log in or register. If I've never used this site, I can click here to register. I'm going to go ahead and log in as an account that I already have. We'll start by entering the address. So I'm going to put in 994 Karen Court. And it finds the parcel information and identifies the location on a map. You can zoom in and zoom out on the map. You can look at satellite pictures just like you would in any other Google Maps presentation. I'll go ahead and take this and click Submit. Now I can enter the description of my complaint. My neighbor has junk cars and debris in the front yard. I can't type and talk, so spell check is helpful. We can select the type, and this is configurable, so you'll put in the types that make sense for you. You can change this list, add to it, remove, whatever you want. So let's select junk and debris, and then if we want, we can attach a photo. So let's say I took a photo when I was out in the field. I'm going to hit select file, and then I'm just going to go choose an image that I can use. Now, if I was using a tablet or a phone or something like that, I can just take the picture directly from there. But since I'm on my computer, I'm going to go find a file in the directory. Here's the picture. I'll use that one. And then hit Submit. As soon as I hit Submit, it goes right in the system and gets routed to the appropriate person or inspector or clerical staff in the city. So let's go take a look at how the internal staff, your users, will be notified of new cases and what they can do with it. I'm going to jump over to this tab, and we're going to log into the full version of Citizenserve. This is what your city staff would be utilizing. So when I log in, I see my welcome page. And it has lots of information in here, but my tasks are super important. That's how I get notified of new things, my appointments, meetings, anything I've got to do. This is kind of my dashboard into all that. So here's the new case. I see it right here. It says I've got a new online citizen request received. So I can just pull this up and take a look at the parcel information. If I click this little button here, it lets me see it. It automatically pulled in a photo of the property. It automatically pulled in the property owner's name, their address, parcel number, and any other parcel-related data that we've got tied to it. So that all comes in automatically. So if I'm the inspector, I've got this. Let's say I went out and did an inspection. I'm just going to hit Add Follow-up, which lets me schedule my inspection. So I'm going to say it's an inspection, and let's say that I went out and did that today, and I found some violations, and I took some pictures. We'll just plug all of that in right now. So I want to add a violation. I just come up here and click Add Violation. And as part of your setup, we load all of your ordinances. And the inspectors can choose it by the code, or they can choose it by the description. So let's say we've got some junk, and I would like our complainant or our property owner to get this resolved in 2 weeks. And I might put a note in here. And let's say I found another violation. I can just hit Save here to add another one. And let's say we had some inoperable vehicles. And I'm going to select the same follow-up date for that one. You must remove the blue car in front yard from public view. When I'm all done, I'll just hit Finish. If I had more violations, I could keep adding as many as I needed. So now I'm going to add a photo that I took. So to do that, I'm going to come here and click the Add Document. And again, if I was using an iPad or any sort of a tablet, it would just take me right to my camera and I could take a photo. I'm going to do that, and let's say I'm going to choose this weeds photo and maybe that photo, and I'll hit Save. So I've plugged in my violations and I have my pictures, and now I'm going to send them a letter that says you've got to bring this issue into compliance. So to do that, I'm going to click Generate Letter here, and I'm going to send it to our property owner, and I want to send them the violation letter. These list of letters are all configurable, so they're your letters. Any notices, forms, email templates, we set all of that up for you. You can modify it when you want, or we can always do it for you. So I selected the violation letter, and this is set up as a certified letter, so it's asking me for the certified mail number. I'll enter that. And this document's also set up so that I can print pictures if I want to. So I'll click those two to include them in my document and hit Generate Letter. So this takes our template letter and pulls in all the data that we've entered and creates a form letter that we can mail out. So it's brought in, the property owner's name, those two violations that I selected, and the two pictures that I attached. So we can stick this in the mail and send it off to them. And that's basically the inspection process. It's pretty basic and easy to do, either from a desktop or from a tablet out in the field. Let's go back to the portal now, and we'll see how the citizen can kind of see what's going on with the file after they've made the initial request. So I'm going to come back into the portal as a citizen and go into my account and take a look at my requests. So here is the file that I plugged in today. I'm just going to pull this one up, and they can see a picture of the property. They can see basic information, and then they can attach or view information here. And you determine what's visible. So if you don't want them to see this Notes tab, you just take it off and they don't have to see it. They can go into the documents where they can take a look at those pictures. They can just click this to see it. They can look at your letters if you want to. If you want to make those private, you can also make them private. So you control what can be viewed. They can take a look at the activities and also the violations. And then if they want, they can interact with you. They can leave you a message. You also have an option here that you can let them upload additional photos if you want to. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and close this case. Let's say they went back out. The property's now in compliance. I'm just going to close it so you can see, again, more interaction between city staff and your citizens in an automated fashion. So I'm just going to close this and hit Save. Oh, I want to select a disposition. Let's say it was voluntary compliance. I'll hit Save. This is telling me that, hey, you've got some open activities. Do you want to close these out? So I'll say yes. And then because this complaint came in through the portal, it's going to send an email back to the complainant saying, hey, we've closed the case out. So it pops up this little window so that the inspector or clerical staff can put in additional notes if they'd like to. All violations have been closed. Thank you for making our city even better. I don't know, you can put whatever you want in there. And just click Submit. And that's going to send an email to the applicant or the complainant and let them know that you've closed it, and it'll include that little note. They can also see the status back on the portal, too, if they go back into their reports. So I mentioned briefly the reports. Reports is a section on the portal where you can provide information that people are always looking for or asking. And this is totally customizable. You can put as many reports in here as you want. They can be different things based on what's important to you. I have just a sample one. We'll take a look at this open code enforcement complaints. And this is a map view, so it shows it on a map so that they can kind of zoom in and go, well, what's this one? That's right by my house. And go, oh, it's a foreclosure property. Or look at other various information. on these files. So you can have list views. They can export those to a spreadsheet. You can have map reports so that they see things on a map. And you can set up, again, as many as you want based on what information you would like to provide to your public. So that is a quick overview of the Citizenserve portal and how you can interact with your citizens. Thank you.